Hello students, I am Professor Vishal Shitore. Today we'll be starting or we'll be learning what is curve fitting. The contents of the curve fitting are: first we'll learn what is least square technique, then we'll learn how to fix a straight line, power equation, then exponential equation, and at the last we'll see how to fit a quadratic equation. So quadratic equation is of polynomial type. Curve fitting. Now previously in roots of equation, a curve was given to you. The curve, it curves the x-axis at a point. That point we consider it as the root of equation. Okay, now this curve fx curve, from where did it come? So this curve fx curve, or the function fx, we get the function fx from analytical methods of phenomena. Example from equations: we create an equation from observed data. See, we perform number of experiments and we obtain some data. That data is known as observed data. What we do is that we have number of variables. We create a equation. What we do in mathematical modeling is that, example, we have seen what is mathematical modeling. In mathematical modeling, a physical problem is converted into real world problem. Likewise, over here, from the observed data, we are forming an equation. Now interpolation. You also seen interpolation. What is the meaning of interpolation? See, we are having a dots. These are the circular dots or circles. They are different points: x1, y1, x2, y2, and so on. If we are having a reliable data, we can plot and connect the dots. This is known as linear interpolation. This you can see, it is a group of small functions connecting one point to the next. You can see it is a small function connecting from one point to the next. Similarly, we have a common function over here, or we have functions over here. Each line, it has function. It is 2 points, they are connected by a line. It has some function in terms of y is equal to x plus b. But if the data it is scattered, you can see the data is not scattered. But if the data is scattered, some point is here, some point is here, some point is at this position, some point is at this position. So if the data is scattered, then it becomes difficult to plot the function. Now curve fitting means actually what? Curve fitting is capturing the trend in the data by assigning a single function across the entire range. Once again I am repeating, curve fitting is nothing but capturing the trend in the data. Trend means what? Whether it is linearly proportional or what. That trend, it is captured by assigning a single function across the entire range. You can see over here, this is the data points. We have assigned a single function. We have drawn a single line over here. Fx is equal to x plus b. So we are assigning this function over the entire range of the points. Here you can see in interpolation, what we are doing in interpolation, we are joining the points function which is having ax plus b. Each line it has different. So these points we are joining in this way. But what we do in curve fitting is that we draw a common function, a common line, and through that we know the trend, and this is known as curve fitting. We fit the best possible curve to our data points. Now a straight line, here we have fixed a straight line. The function for a straight line is ax plus b, the equation of the line. The goal is to identify the coefficients a and b such that fx fits the data well. Now what we have to do is that we have to find the coefficients of A and B. Here are some other examples of data or the points. Here you can see height of dropped object from the time, oxygen in soil versus temperature, pore pressure versus soil depth, profit versus paid labor hours. You can see these two. Here you can see this. You can observe the data points. What is about this? We will see about this in further, or further we'll see what exactly where we'll be using this. So in this case, straight line suitable for each of the cases. Some questions arises in our mind that can we fit a straight line for each of the case? The answer is no. We aren't stuck with just straight line phase. We'll start with straight line phase and then expand the concept. We will not stuck with the straight line fit criteria. We'll expand the concept. How is it expanded? We'll see later. Now, linear curve fitting or linear regression. What is exactly linear regression? That we'll see now. Given the general form of a straight line is described by the function ax plus b. How can we pick the coefficient that best fits the line of the data? First question, what makes a particular straight line a good fit? What does the blue line appear to us? Why does the blue line appear to us to fit the trend better? Now you can see over here, we are having 4 different points. We have drawn 2 lines representing the curve. One blue line is there, one red line is there. What we can observe from this is that blue line, it fits, or blue line, it is a good fit rather than red line. This we can see from our observation, or from observation we can conclude that blue line is good fit than a red line. Why is so? That we'll see now. Consider the distance between the data and points on the line. Now we are having 2 lines. You have to consider the distance between the data and points on the line. You can see we have drawn vertical lines joining the data point to the line. These are known as errors. The vertical lines, you can see blue line is there, red line is there. Here also you can see red line is there, blue line is there, red line is there. It is connecting the points on the line. So these are nothing but what? Positive and negative errors. What we have to do is that we have to add up all the errors of line, red, add up all the errors of line blue. The line that provides a minimum error is the best straight line. From this, after adding or summing all errors, the line which shows the minimum error is the best straight line. Now quantifying error in a curve fit. What we are assumption is that we will assume some points. Positive or negative error have the same value. Weight greater errors more heavily. Now we can do both of these things by squaring the distances. Denote data values as x and y. We are having data points. These points, they are denoted by x and y, x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3 and x4 y4 are data points. Then denote points on the fitter line as x fx. Here you can see these are best fit line. Here you can see this point, it is x2 fx2. We are representing in the form of x fx. So this is the point which is x2 fx2. Now what you have to do is that you have to sum the error of the 4 data points. You have to sum the error of the 4 data points and square it. You can see, but the squaring is individual squaring. You can see, if you consider the first point over here, y1 is the point, data point, minus y1 minus fx1. Fx1 is the point on the line, so this is nothing but the error. We are squaring the error. Then y2 is over here, fx2 is over here, so y2 minus fx2 will give you the another error. We'll square that error. Likewise for third error and fourth error. So we'll sum the squares of the error. Our fit is a straight line, so now substitute fx is equal to ax plus b. Now you can see over here in this equation, fx1 is there, fx2 is there, fx3 is there, fx4 is there. You have to replace fx by ax plus b. Now in the equation, summation I is equal to 1 to the data number of data points, yi minus fxi. We are having this general equation. In this fxi term, we are replacing this fxi term by axi plus b. Now the best line has a minimum error between line and data points. As we have seen earlier, as we know, best line, it will have minimum error. So this approach is called as least square approach. Since we minimize the square of the error, we are minimizing the square of the error, so this approach is known as least square approach. So in general, we can write error is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to data point n yi minus axi plus b whole square. Now it's time to find the minimum of a function. How to find? Now you know, whenever line is there, the derivative of the line, it describes the slope of the line. The derivative always describes the slope of the line, and to find the minimum or maximum value, we always equate the derivative equal to 0. Now here, as we are having, here you can see, as we are having two, you can say constants a and b, or two variables a and b. Here you can see this error, we have taken the partial derivative with respect to a and partial derivative with respect to b. So solve for the a and b, so the previous two equations both is equal to 0. So when we rewrite the equation in the form of calculus, we get a x square plus b xi is equal to summation xi yi plus second equation a xi plus b into n is equal to summation y. We are getting this equation when we are solving it. Okay, so this is the equations. Data points will be given to you. From the data points, you have to find out the value of summation xi, summation xi square, summation xi, summation xy, summation x, and represents you the number of data points, and summation y. You have to prepare a table, and from that table you have to find the values in these two equations, that is summation xi square, summation xi, summation xi yi, summation xi, and summation yi. After getting these equations, you have to obtain the, now we are having two constant and two equations. You have to obtain the value of these two equations. Now how to obtain the value of these two equations is that you can follow Cramer's rule, or you can follow Gauss elimination method. Directly by these are simultaneous equations, directly you can obtain the value, but here you have to solve it by, or you have to obtain the value by Cramer's rule or Gauss elimination method. So this is about the fitting of a straight line. Okay, now this least square criteria will apply to other, you can see over here, apply this to straight line, non-regression line, power function, exponential function, parabolic function. That we'll see in next lecture. Thank you.